Well, hello everyone and welcome to Dream Life. My name is Marquis. I am your host here today in the studio. I have an extraordinary gentleman. His name, Rory Mosley. He is out of Chicago and right now he's with us in Las Vegas. Rory has had an incredible career, not just in health and fitness, but we also met in a stage play, a musical. So he's got a background in entertainment as well, but right now we're focusing in on his health and fitness, and just a second you'll see why. So help me welcome Mr. Rory Mosley.
Hello. Good
Hello.
morning, good afternoon,
Hello.
good
Yes.
evening. And it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming. We met doing Soul of Rock and Roll. And I know you are health and fitness, but I met you as an actor. So can you tell me how these two things kind of come together?
Well, yeah, I can. As you probably see a lot out there, and you can testify to this, that when you sing and act, we usually came from a background of church,
Yes.
of athletics, of just an overachiever. And so,
Yes.
and to speak of that, my vocation, I did go to engineering school, and I worked for 20 years for the Department of Defense, building aircraft and weapons. And so to go over into, to always have health and fitness as, I can say, my passion, then it was easy for me to, and I call myself semi-retired. It was easy for me to gravitate and sort of to that. And now I consider myself a person that used to build weapons of destruction, and now I'm helping people to construct their bodies.
All right. All right. I like this. I like this transition, you know. But engineering. Okay, so now I know you went to Prairie View, AME, Houston, right?
Yes,
And
Prairie View A&M University. It is a HCBC, historical black college, and outside of Houston, Texas.
So what was your major there?
Electrical engineering,
Okay.
and I did some drama as well.
Of course. We can never leave the arts. What I like is that we seem to balance these things because this is right, left brain that's going on. And
Right.
you also played football.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I did play 2 years. I played high school and then 2 years at Prairie View, and then I sort of dedicated my athletic side into powerlifting and bodybuilding.
Okay, so that was another transition
Another transition.
that came from sports. I guess, is powerlifting and bodybuilding actually considered sports?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Individual sports. You can put it along the line of football versus tennis.
Okay, right. A team sport and then just
An
couples or
individual
pairs.
sport that you compete, and we actually had a university team that we competed, and you see that in golf, where there's a golf team that can be generated, but
Right.
then on a regular basis, Tiger Woods is just out doing his own thing.
Right, just the one. Wow. Okay, now health and fitness turned into the passion. I like the way you said that you were making weapons of mass destruction, but now constructing in the health and fitness department. Tell me how that is working and how that came about, since you actually had a full-on career in engineering.
Yes, and working with weapon systems and aircraft. Yes, that's the left side of the brain, and working hard, and and it's pretty taxing, and I found myself traveling a lot, workaholic, and it wasn't conducive for a excellent family life, but
Okay.
it worked out, and I just discovered along the way that 20 years is enough, and I just sort of gravitated over into a semi-retirement from that, where I still consult on a individual basis
Okay.
to in that area, but focus my time now on building this business in health and fitness.
Yes, yes. I mean, there's balance. With Dream Life, there are 7 components. And I happen to believe that every life utilizes these 7 components, but for them to be effective and successful, they need to be in balance, which is why we still perform and entertain, because it's yet the other side. So there's spirituality, health and fitness, wellness and beauty, travel and leisure, which would be your time of rejuvenation and relaxation. We have arts, entrepreneurship, and entertainment, so that would be your entertainment side. Finance, because we need to financially live, be able to take care of ourselves. And then we look at mentorship, which is giving back. And within the health and fitness, that's where the giving back is coming in this side of life, because we need to do these things. So spirituality is where you started to pick up your arts,
Yes.
right? Then you had your
Yes.
career.
Yes.
You had your family.
Yes.
Right. So when these things stay in balance, and this is just my belief, but this is Dream Life. And I feel that within the Dream Life trajectory, if you believe, you can achieve and you will receive an extraordinary life of passion and purpose. Passion being your health and fitness, and then your purpose, what you were actually uniquely created to do. So I love the fact that all of these things are still in play, and when they are, we have an opportunity to really thrive. Mm-hmm. So tell me how health and fitness is working for you right now.
Well, first of all, thank you for that was therapeutic. Thank you for putting that in perspective, where I have gone a full circle and I'm living the dream.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
And so that's what life is all about, I believe. And now, and the question is again, because I got caught up in that.
That's okay.
So how is health and fitness?
How are you thriving in health and fitness now?
Like I said, it's my passion, and what I see is, and I don't want to get too deep, but
Please.
But here I had an epiphany that, in that slogan, that now I'm focusing on helping people construct their lives and when we construct our health, from the from the inner to the outer type of perspective.
Yes.
We are also, when we talk about mind, body, and spirit,
yes.
Our spirit is affected, and so you go full circle there. And so I had a sort of a passion now to focus on that. I believe that as the Bible says, to much is given, much is required. Oh. And on the deep side, I actually look at this as a ministry.
Yes.
Because when you're touching lives in a positive way, that is what true ministry is about. And so I think I have something to give in that area. Mm-hmm. And I have an approach when I go out to help someone in the area of physical health and wellness, mm-hmm. That we focus on the balance.
Okay.
No more, it's just balance. And so we focus on balance, and many times, and I do focus on the 40 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus
Community,
is where
yes.
is that middle age where it's very pivotal in how we will proceed into our elderly age. And yes. So it's those that have not started to focus after 40, I really admonish you to start now with something. Yes. Let's walk. Let's start a nutritional plan that's smarter. And notice I'm not saying go to an extreme, but let's start somewhere and let's start to move up. We have the tools to help, and I look at it as a ministry because when you're touching lives in that way. Yes. Then this makes the world a better place, because when we feel better, we act better. Yes. Come on, somebody.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I love the fact that you said balance. And I guess my question now is going to be, do you actually mean physical balance where you stand and can be balanced? Or are you saying balance between your movement, your nutritional dealings with, you know, what you're intaking in your body, because like you said, you're working from the inside out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let me clarify that. And you know, we know overall in life we need balance.
Yes.
And so when I talk about it from the health and fitness and wellness standpoint, there's a lot of things going on. Let's take for example someone who's looking to take off weight.
Yes.
We've been told for years that, well, it's just energy in versus energy out. Sure. If you just exercise and we eat less, that is it. But it's not that black and white. No. And so there is a gray area where if we start to balance the systems in the body, our body consists of 8 major systems. And so when we can learn more about our body from that standpoint and then begin to balance it, balance some things that there may be some hormonal things that are keeping you from being able to achieve it more easily. Yes. Various things. There's some spiritual things that are allowing you to, because you're stressed out, that you won't get there. So let's address it from let's balance, look at person from a case-to-case basis, and there's some balances that can happen.
Yes.
That can make it a lot easier to get to your goals.
Oh, absolutely. Assessing the client.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know if you know, but I'm a certified Pilates instructor, and so I do work from the core. That's everything physical in the body works from the core, and breathing is an abdominal exercise. So with that, just those two things can change a whole lot, because your breathing is going to increase your circulation, and when you increase your circulation, now your muscles are getting oxygen, and so there, you know.
Tell me about it. Yeah. And I have personally just accelerated that whole element in my life. And so I'm coming from a standpoint of when you live it, being an instructor yourself, when you live it, and I lived it all my life, it comes that much easy, but you do have to have a passion for it. Yes. And when we have a passion, when we're in that area, it's because we're a compassionate person, and we're looking to help people at the end of the day. That's one of the reasons that as a passion I do it, and I waited until I'm in another mode of my vocation to do this avocation and this passion.
It's interesting that you talked about 40, 50, 60, the elder side of life coming out of.
I call it the middle age.
Okay.
The middle age, because I'm 50 something, and I like to think I'm still young. Hallelujah.
Now, I will say this, that just, I had a guest on earlier, a younger guest, truly younger guest, and the interesting part of what I said to him was that our minds don't see us older. Our minds still function as if our bodies can do everything that our mind would like to do.
Right.
And the balance to that is to keep these two things working together this way. But many times is what happens is you have the body here and the mind here. So the mind at your point growing, you're here. But this is what happens. And we want to keep this happening so that they go together.
Yes.
Please speak to that, if you will, because it's necessary. It's necessary for us as we get to these middle ages that you were talking about, to be able to stay in that balance. How do you do that?
Well, as we said, we're in the starting at age 40. I consider that middle age, from age 40 through the 60s, and what we did before that. And this can come to a shock to some people, but your body remembers. And so we are responsible for our actions before that. Many times, we were maybe active in a sport, and by the time we got to college, it dropped off, and then in somewhere in the 20-somethings and 30-somethings, we began to raise a family, and most men came home with certain stresses and certain responsibilities and sat on the couch, and and all of a sudden fluff began to generate in the midsection, and things are going on. And so these are, and then we get to this point at 40
Right.
that, wow, how did I get here?
Yes.
And then, so that's one scenario. And so we have a one approach for that group, that person. And then there's another scenario, and I can say that, I experienced some of this, that we can have did a whole lot of things right, and we're athletic and we're active, and at some point even, and within my career and raising a family, you begin to drop off, even from your, even staying active, you had maybe some dip in activities, and all of a sudden you're saying to yourself, am I a has-been? Because I had it going on. And so we have a formula for that individual,
Okay.
and it's the comeback plan,
Okay.
and it's a lot easier because muscle has memory,
Yes.
and then you have memory of what you
Yes.
did, and if
Yes.
we can get your mind geared back in that direction, and then we can use some tools. There's a lot of tools that the second group of persons will adapt to faster than the first. But let's go back to that first guy who sat on the couch and a beer belly developed or what have you.
Yes.
And so we have to take an approach of starting from the bottom. You heard the term, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. And so we're to be realistic, we start at something as simple as on the activity side. Let's get you walking.
Okay.
Everyone's got a pedometer on their phone these days,
Yeah.
where you can count your steps.
Yes.
Let's start at 10,000 steps a day, and let's get there, and then let's move to 15,000, and let's move to 20,000 on given days, and let's just build from there. And then let's take the realistically the things that you like to do athletically or activity-wise,
Yes.
and then let's just expound on that. And then let's look on the health side, and we have a few tricks where everyone goes, or at least we should go for an annual exam.
Yes.
And how many of us look at our blood panels and our analysis that the doctor has us to go and take? And this is a very important tool that we bypass.
Yes.
And in this day and age of the internet, there's nothing that we can't understand ourselves before we go into the doctor's office. But what we do is we have you, because you usually have an exam before coming in,
Right.
and so we say bring that panel, and we help you understand not just the critical things that are way off the chart,
Right.
but we help you understand some things that are coming your way. And so much of the approach is based on where you are. And your triglycerides are through the roof. That's your blood sugars, or you may have high sodium levels. There may be some cholesterol issues. These are indicators, and we're from a practical standpoint approaching that person's health from where they are. So they're walking, and they'll be capable of starting to do maybe some hikes and maybe some CrossFit or Pilates or what have you in the future. But it's all based on a case by case. It's sort of a more
Yes.
personalized
Absolutely.
case by case basis.
Absolutely. Fitness is definitely, and health and wellness is an individual thing. Your workout program probably is not going to work for me. I mean, I could probably take pieces of it and vice versa. So it is definitely an individual assessment. So that's fantastic. That is fantastic. We have an older community that will be watching the show, and I definitely want to make sure that you have Rory Mosley's information if any of this was helpful for you or that you're concerned with. Once again, here at Dream Life, we're building our community so that we can help those that are interested in the clients and the guests that we have on. Now that you've mentioned that health and fitness has been your passion, can we put it as your dream?
Yes, you can. I think that we have a lot of dreams, but when we say passion, then that sort of stands out front in terms of your dreams. It may be in the forefront at this time in your life in terms of that dream, and we never stop dreaming,
Oh,
right?
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
so yes, I can say that this is my present dream, and it's my focus, and this is where God is leading me, I believe.
Yes, I believe that. I believe that just because of how passionate you are and the systems that you've put in place. Can you send us a clip or maybe even a PDF that we can put on the screen that kind of outlines a little bit of the program or a little bit about your company? What is the company name?
Yes, we're called Lifestyle
Lifestyle.
Health and Fitness Management.
Okay.
And from a standpoint of a professional approach, this is why we're management. We help you to manage your life in those areas.
Yes, and it's very necessary, everyone. When you just let something go along the wayside, that is exactly what happens. So what Rory has done now is put together the systems to help you manage at wherever you are. So if you're in that midlife and you are one of those examples that he was talking about and you want to make a change to that, okay? Definitely get in touch with, this is Rory Mosley. And so the company, once again, is Lifestyle Health and Fitness Management. Management. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll put something up on the screen for you there so that you'll have an opportunity to get his information, and we will be right back. Hello everyone, it's Marquis from Dream Life. Now, as you know, Dream Life has 7 components, 2 of them, one being health and fitness and one being wellness and beauty. So I just want to let you know that Vegan Crocker is coming back, okay? She's going to have her own show so that we can really look at the health, fitness, wellness, and beauty of ourselves in our lives. So please stay tuned for your very own Dream Life with Vegan Crocker. Okay, everyone, the information is on the screen for Rory Mosley and for the Lifestyle Health and Fitness Management. Please do make sure that if you have any concerns or just want to get yourself better, okay? When we know better, we do better. You've gotten this information. Please, let's get in contact with Rory and let him put you in a system that's going to help you manage your health, fitness, and wellness for your life. Remember, this is individual. So now, Rory, if there was someone out there that's aspiring to become more healthy or just, make transitions the way you did in life, what would you say to them?
I'll say get up and first just take actions.
Yes.
We dream and then we sit on the couch. That's not going to work. And so, we have to get up and we have to make the first moves towards whatever that dream and that aspiration is, and it will just come into fruition simply due to your actions.
Right. Well, everybody, Rory has a book that should be coming out that's going to give you some of these basic steps to help you get your management down. Rory, you were talking about this book?
Yes, I hope to have it out this spring, and we want to talk about balance, utilizing your health through health and wellness, and it's going to expound on our methods. And I think that and your whole this show and what you all stand for just goes right in with my belief that the full circle of balance starts overall in our lives, but then whatever we're trying to do, we can utilize the balance within, and so our approach sort of speaks to that.
Okay, he's got a methodology that's going to use balance for you to manage your health and your fitness. I think that's fantastic. That is exactly right. It's lovely to have a dream, but if you never actually get started, take a step. Faith without works is dead, I think I could say on that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Rory's information is on the screen. So if this is something that you're aspiring for, aspiring to do, needing to do, desiring to do. I use the word want, but very limited because want means to lack. This is the man that you should contact. His information is on the screen. We look forward to you joining our Dream Life community and getting you to the place that you desire to be. Remember, if you believe, you can achieve and you will receive an extraordinary life of passion meets purpose. All right, thank you for joining us today here at Dream Life. My name is Marquis. Again, this is Rory Mosley, and this is Lifestyle, Health, and Fitness Management.